Hello, this is Summer speaking. Welcome to Outdoors with Sum, and today I'm at Pūkaha, Mount Bruce, which is a nature reserve and captive breeding facility of a whole bunch of quite rare endemic New Zealand wildlife. So I'm very excited to see what's in store for me today. I'm really hoping to see our whio or blue duck and the North Island kokako, but there's other secrets and surprises here too. I've even heard there's a white kiwi. If you're new here, welcome. I go around New Zealand and I make videos about different species that I might come across. I've got a huge passion for evolution and our endemic wildlife, so if you want to come along for any journeys, feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Let's go out and see what we can find at Pūkaha, Mount Bruce. So we've come to the platform where they feed the eels, and they've got two kinds of eels here, longfin eel and short-finned eel. We're gonna have a talk from somebody and then I'm gonna see if I can feed them. So they've got some really big eels here. They can live for on average about 60 years and they get really big, and then they swim all the way out to Tonga, and that's where they breed. They have a way to get out of the sanctuary and actually migrate out to sea, which is really nice. I had lots of fun. They really suck quite hard on the spoon and they've got real sandpapery like teeth, so it was quite an interesting sensation. So unfortunately they are threatened here in New Zealand because we've lost so much wetland cover. About 90 or 95% of our wetlands have gone. There's not a lot of habitat left for eels, and because they have such a complex life cycle, they have a lot of threats. So some of them are like whether the freshwater quality is going to be good. Also getting out to sea and coming back from sea is quite challenging as well because there's big dams and that kind of thing in the way. Ooh, a Kākā! Ooh, exciting! Oh, that's the exit. Ha! Now we're in the right place. That's an interesting sound. Alright, so we're in the free flight aviary, which means the birds are just flying around everywhere. It's very fun. Mount Bruce has been a really good breeding facility for Kākā. They've released 26 over the last decade. They're helping to repopulate the wild Kākā in both the South Island and the North Island, which is really important. What else do they have in here in this aviary? There's some whio, which are blue ducks. I've never actually seen whio before, so I'd love to see one today if they do decide to come out from their little bushes that they're in over there. We found the whio. They're in this big aviary over here, and there's two of them there, so that must be one of the two breeding pairs that they have here, and they're just hanging out together doing lots of grooming and stuff. It's so cute. Right, well, we've found a couple more aviaries. We've got one with the North Island kokako. There's just one girl in here. See if we can find her. I've never seen one up close, only up really high in the trees. But apparently she likes bearded men. So I'm looking at you, Luca. Can't find her, unfortunately. Apparently Luca's beard isn't quite good enough to attract her over, but that's alright. But there is another aviary right next door, and there's a very funny looking Kererū inside. Apparently he had an incursion with a falcon, which do actually eat wood pigeons, or Kererū. Oh look, there he is. Hey bud. He looks a bit sad, doesn't he? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Here he is. Look at him with his funny haircut. Get well soon. Hi little hee hee. This is Tee the hee hee. Ooh. Loving the forest right now, it's very nice. So there used to be this huge stretch of forest called 70 Mile Bush, and it went all the way from Masterton, which is about where we are now, all the way up to Hawke's Bay. And then in the 1870s settlers came and they walked through this forest and they chopped down pretty much all of it actually, and it was all turned into farmland. But they left this tiny little remnant patch of forest, which is where we are now, at Mount Bruce. There would have been a huge range of different birds in these forests before humans arrived about 1,000 years ago. We actually used to have 80% of New Zealand covered in forest, and now there's only about 25%, so there's a huge loss of habitat. It's really cool being here because it gives me a sense of what New Zealand would have been like before humans first arrived, what the forest would have looked like, because it just looks so different now. It's a little bit sad, but it's encouraging as well, and I know that they're doing a lot of work here to trap predators, things like possums which eat all of the native trees, and they've done so much cool stuff over the years with their captive breeding and being able to release birds that haven't lived here for a long time in the wild. Alright, we're about to go into the kiwi house. It's going to be dark, and that's because they want people to be able to see them during the day, but kiwi are nocturnal of course, so they only come out at night time. And I've heard there's a white kiwi in here, so it would be very cool if we got to see her. Alright, bye, we're going in. At Mount Bruce, they're part of Operation Nest Egg that takes kiwi eggs and hatches them in captivity and then raises them until they're about 1,200 grams, and that's when they're heavy enough to be released back into the wild. Otherwise they're very, very vulnerable to predators. Apparently only 10% of kiwi chicks survive in the wild, so this is a big leg up for them. Hello. Alright, and that's a wrap on today. Thanks for coming along with me to Pūkaha, Mount Bruce. I hope you guys come and visit sometime. It's a really cool place. Got to see a bunch of species I'd never seen before. Definite highlight was the Whio. They were really cool. Oh, another highlight, feeding the eels. That was awesome too. You know, support local. It's very important now more than ever in these troubling times. We need to support each other. Remember to like and comment what your favourite part of the video was, and also subscribe so that you can keep up to date with my adventures. I would love that. See you next time. Bye.